What we're going to do is divide radicals. We've simplified, added, and multiplied. So now with division, there's a few different ways of dividing radicals. What I want to do is look at the most difficult, and that is rationalizing. When you're not able to divide, we cannot have a radical in the denominator. So what we do is we rationalize it. Rationalizing is just a fancy way of saying get rid of the radical in the denominator. So how we do that is whatever the radical is, we multiply the top and the bottom by that radical. So 2 times radical 3, or the square root of 3, is 2 rad 3. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9. And the square root of 9, of course, is 3. So that right there is rationalizing. Now we have a couple other ones that are a little bit easier that don't really need that much work to show how we solve them. So looking at letter A, we know that the square root of 4 is 2 and the square root of 49 is 7. So our answer is just 2 sevens. In the same way, the square root of 9 is 3, the square root of 16 is 4, so our answer is 3/4. Now, letter C, we don't have a square root of 90 or 10, but notice that we can simplify this. 90 divided by 10 is 9. And we know that the square root of 9 is 3, so our answer is 3. Now, D and E, this is where we're getting into the rationalizing. I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 2. And that gives me 3 square root of 2 over the square root of 4. And we know the square root of 4 is 2. So we have the answer 3 square root of 2 over 2. Now for letter E, we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 5. We're rationalizing it. Once again, why we rationalize it is to get rid of the square root in the denominator. So that gives us 5 square root of 5 over the square root of 25, which of course the square root of 25 is 5. So 5 square root of 5 over 5. And of course the 5's cancel. So our answer is the square root of 5. Pause the video and try those next 5. If we're looking at letter F, the square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 36 is 6. For G, the square root of 100 is 10. The square root of 144 is 12. And of course, 10 twelfths can reduce to 5/6. We don't know the square root of 50 or 2, but we know that 50 divided by 2 is 25. And the square root of 25 is 5. So our answer is 5. For letter I, we have the square root of 7 that we multiply the top and the bottom by, and that gives us 2 square root of 7 over the square root of 49. And we know that the square root of 49 is 7, so that gives us the answer 2 square root of 7 over 7. Letter J, we're going to rationalize. So we're multiplying the top and the bottom by 6. That gives us 7 square root of 6 over 36. And the square root of 36 is 6. So we have 7 square root of 6 over 6.